Yo, what's going on, everybody? We're back with another Undisputed video today with some gameplay. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing stamina management. It's a very important thing in the game right now. A lot of people think that it's broken. A lot of people think that the stamina is completely not what it used to be, or in any of that sense, because the stamina got updated to where now you have to really kind of think about your punches a little bit more. Sorry, I'm kind of mincing my words, but today we're going to show you guys how to manage your stamina over an 8-round fight and finish your fight with a good amount of stamina. Honestly, I could have even done probably a lot better with managing my stamina even in this video, but I just want you guys to see it. All right, guys, so as you've seen in the beginning, we got Amir Khan. We're going against Terrence Crawford. Our opponent, pretty decent. I think he had about 70-something wins, which is just about where I'm at as well. So we should be scaled to our level of competition. But starting off the fight, if you guys are catching so far the pattern of what's going on, it's 2 punches, get out. Or you don't even have to get out, but I'm going 2 punches most. Sometimes I'll go 3, but so far the rhythm is throw a punch, find what your opponent's doing, throw a punch, find what your opponent's doing, throw 2 punches, see how he reacts, and keep that stamina going. But another thing with that is, while I'm going to be throwing short combinations and keeping it basics, well, keeping it to the basics, I'm also watching my stamina with my eyeballs. Like, I can see my stamina bar at the bottom right. I'm always watching that. I'm always watching that. I'm always watching my health, because those small things you just don't pay attention to sometimes when you get in the midst of a firefight. When you're throwing, you're not going to be thinking about, hey, I should probably look at my stamina. I might be gassing out. And whole time, you have no stamina and you're still trying to throw punches. So that's just a small thing to keep in mind. Watch your stamina bar. Try to not let it go halfway, like halfway down, as you've seen kind of right there at the bottom. Once it reaches that little halfway point, you kind of want to stop throwing punches and just let it regen. Because if you don't, your fighter is just exuberating so much more energy that he doesn't have. Like, he's just throwing just for throwing. And at that point, you're just going to gas out. So, basic so far. Keep it short. Keep the combos light, nice and loose. Keep them light. But let's get to the next round. Round 2. You guys can see from the bottom right at our stamina bar, we still have a lot of stamina to give. And we didn't throw like a short amount of punches. We threw a lot of punches. We were just very selective. Like, one thing I like to do when how I'm telling you guys this, like I said earlier, keep it light. Stop throwing a million power punches. Like, power punches are not going to get you the win. Yes, you may get some good little rocks. You may get a good shot here and there. You may do some damage on the head health. But if you just prioritize power shots, you're going to lose the focus of the fight, because you're going to become predictable. You're going to lose your stamina, especially right now in the game where they're trying to limit people from throwing power punches. You just want to keep it light, because if you keep it light, you can still do that type of damage. You just have to do it in a little bit more succession. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to land that one punch every here and there. You'll be able to land a good shot every now and then, but keep it slow. Keep it basic. Stick to boxing. Move around the ring. One thing my opponent, as you can tell so far, he's getting really frustrated with me circling. I'm circling a lot. Why? Because he has the power advantage, but I have the speed advantage. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to keep moving around the ring, trying to fake like I'm going one way, but I'm circling right back to his lead foot. And all this doing is going to be pretty good for your stamina, especially if you're not forcing power punches. Because if you really watch, I'm going to throw power punches. It's just not a lot of power punches. Like, I'll throw a power punch when I feel like I'm probably going to land that power punch. Sometimes I get a little sloppy, and I enjoy a little firefight here and there. But overall, keep it nice and calm without getting sloppy. You can throw your power punches. You just got to time it. Everything in this game correlates to boxing. But real quick, I did want to show you guys this round. Look at that. 90% stamina. I know it's a little quick, but 90% stamina still left in this fight. 90% stamina, and we're in the third round. It's an 8-round fight. Do you understand how far 90% stamina can take you in the third round? So as you see, I'm a little more in his chest now, kind of throwing a little more punches. Why? One, because the game has my foot stuck on him. Sometimes when you engage too close, the game just gets you stuck onto your opponent. But I'm also a little more confident in what I'm throwing. Like, I've had 2 rounds to gather some information on the guy. I know he's not going to be doing much. He's going to try to throw in between my punches and catch me with cheap shit. So if I beat him to the punch, and if I catch him as he's trying to throw that first punch, then boom, I'm solid. But as you can see now in this round, I know I say as you can see a lot, we are working combos, like a lot of combos now, not so much 2-punch combos. It's not the greatest game plan if your game plan is to fight the entirety of the fight. And this is like one of the rounds where I could say, yeah, my stamina definitely depleted a little more this round than it should have. But that all comes with confidence, knowing your opponent, knowing what you got, knowing what they don't. You have to know at which points of the fight that you are the advantageous fighter and what points of the fight where you don't have the advantage. Once you can find that, the fights become a lot easier, and then it just becomes boxing. Because I know my advantage in this fight is my speed, my ability to move my feet, because that doesn't take any stamina away, and my ability to chain combos together before he can get a punch off. That's my bread and butter for this fight. But another good way to manage your stamina, since that's the topic of this video, is body punches. Throw some body punches, but they got to be clean. They got to be on the money. And let's talk about it more in the next round. Third round, before we talk about what we were talking about in the last round, you see the scorecards. I'm up 1 round. He somehow won the second round. We'll allow it, but that's what the game says. A thing I wanted to say was, in between rounds, looked at the stamina, and like I said in that last round of me using a little too much stamina by kind of just staying in front of him. And I went from 90% going into the third round to now 82% going into this fourth round. So those little things, like I said, you guys, your stamina is going to drain fast, but it all depends on what you're doing as the fighter. But to get back to the body punches, you want to keep your body punches nice and clean and very close. You can throw long body punches like a jab or across to the body. Those are pretty good shots, but your most effective body punches are going to be the ones that you're pretty tight in quarters for, like your hooks to the body, your uppercuts to the body. But don't get too lackadaisical with how you throw them. You got to throw them in combination. You got to throw them to start your combination. Like, say you start off with a body shot hook, and then you throw it straight right after. And then the next combination, you throw a hook, and then you finish that hook with the straight to the body. And then you start the next combination with a jab to the body and finish up top with a hook. Like, you just got to keep changing it up. Head, body, body, head, body, head, head. Like, all these things, you just got to try to think about different patterns that your opponent's probably not going to think about. Because the majority of your opponents aren't thinking. Like, it sounds ridiculous, but they're not. They're literally not thinking. They're just playing the game, and they're throwing punches. If you can outthink your opponent, you're more than likely going to win. As we're dominating this fight so far. Let's get to the next round. We're in round 5 now. We did a little bit better with our stamina in that last round. Instead of taking a 8% drop, we only dropped 3%. We went from 82 to 79. But once again, this all comes with keeping your punches to a nice rhythm. Think about if you were the person in the ring. Would you be able to throw 16 punches, take a deep breath, go right back in and throw 16 punches again? No, you're going to be fucking gassed. So if you keep it to what works in real life, you throw punches in combination, you start a combination off with 1 punch and you finish the combination off with 3 punches. If you don't know what that means you start off with a jab, then you jab hook, then you jab hook straight. Like, it's all about catching a rhythm, finding that in-between mark of the game and real boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously some of the stuff in the game is still just game, and some things you can't really avoid. But if you try to mix in the little game feel, the arcadey feel, as you see, he switched to southpaw because he can't deal with the circling, but he doesn't realize, guys, I'm a southpaw in real life. I'm a southpaw, buddy. I know how to go against the southpaw. I know it's open against the southpaws. If you guys want to know a little tricks, when you're the orthodox fighter going against the southpaw, your lead hook is money. Your body hook, the rear body hook, as you just seen me throw, is money. All these punches, you got to catch them as they're coming in or as you're foot to foot with them. You know what I mean? Because in this position, you can see what's open on that left side of your fighter, the orthodox fighter, and you can see what's open on the right side of the southpaw fighter. It's all right in front of your face. Your lead foots are connecting, so you know if you get to the outside of his lead foot first, you're gonna be cool. No need to even cut in between rounds. Hope you guys seen the stamina. It was real quick, but we're at about 74% now, which was a 5% drop from that last round because we threw a little bit more punches again. But at this point of the fight, we're 3 rounds left. We got 70% stamina. There's just about 0 chance of us entering that flat-footed state, which is like 45%. So at this point, I can kind of turn up a little bit. Obviously, I'm going to keep it smart and try to win the fight off of just great boxing, and I don't want to get dropped. I want to show that you can win a fight cleanly without forcing your power punches. But yeah, like, it's a good fight. I would say I'm dominating the fight. You're going to see in this next round that the ref actually does not agree. I mean, the judge doesn't agree, but it is what it is. We're looking good right now. We're working our 3-2s. We're working our inside combinations because now I'm working him a lot more than I have been because he's in southpaw and he doesn't know how to fight in southpaw, clearly. Like, it's very clear in real life he's a right-handed guy. He doesn't box particularly, and if he does, he's not a southpaw for sure. But you can tell he's not a boxer because he doesn't really know what he's doing on this side. He kind of just switched sides to take out my rhythm, I guess. I don't know. But if you keep it smart, people switching stances is like nothing to you. That'll be like the last of your worries, as he kind of catches me good clean right there. But that's okay. He can even catch me clean. That's not any of my worries at this point in the fight because I know if he catches me once, I'm just going to stay right into my game plan, which is circle, get him annoyed, try to, as he's trying to cut me off from circling to his, to his right side. But, you know, it's all about how you box, guys. It's all about how you box. Like, I feel like I've been saying that all fight, but it is about how you box. Let's get to the next round. So we're in round 7 now, and as you can see on the scorecard, the judges have this draw so far, which I completely disagree with. That's honestly been a thing that I haven't been too happy with the game since the update. The scorecards are fucking ridiculous. There's no way this fight's a draw right now, but the best thing I can always tell you guys, if you see a scorecard pop up in the fight and you don't like the scorecard, you know what you can do about that? Change it. Simple. It sounds crazy, but look at that. Boom. Catch him with a power hook because I haven't been throwing power all fight, and then I catch him clean to drop him down. But like I was saying, guys, at some point, if you don't like the scorecard, you're going to have to change it yourself. And that's exactly what I planned to do when I seen the scorecard. I seen the scorecard, and I realized I'm going to have to make a statement in this fight. I have to. Why? Because they're going to probably fuck me if I don't make a statement. They're probably going to give the guy either a draw, which I've had before, or they're going to give the fucking guy the win, which I really don't want. So here we are. We already dropped him. This is kind of our round. I'm kind of just coasting a little bit now. I got the 2 points that I needed. It's a 10-8 round as I blast him again. I know that shit hurts his head. You guys also got to realize sometimes you can step the gas. Even if your head hurts, if you can beat them to the punch and you know they're hurting, you're going to get them down. Or you're going to get them rocked. It's just a matter of who's going to get to that punch first. So when I catch someone with a really good shot, sometimes I do press a little too much, but I start to press because you have to. Why? Like I said, you know they're hurt. You know they're hurt because if they hit you with the same shit, you're hurt, right? So obviously they're hurt. It's just psychological battles, man. Let's get to the last round. If you guys are wondering about the stamina heading into this 8th round, we are at 64% stamina, which is amazing, honestly. Because if you ask me, I'd say I'm winning this fight very convincingly. If anything, I think he's won at most 1 round, but the game obviously doesn't agree. And that's okay, because we have 64% stamina left in this fight. It's the last round. Now I can do whatever the hell I want. I can circle for the rest of the fight if I really want to, just to piss him off because I already won the fight. I can throw power punches for the rest of the fight because I won the fight. I can waste my stamina a little bit because I won the fight. The only thing that I can't do is get dropped. That's it. Like, don't be shy to one. If you knock someone down, don't be shy to coast the rest of the round because you won the round already. And if you're winning a fight convincingly at the end of the fight, don't be scared to just let the fight go to the decision. Because it doesn't matter, honestly. You don't need the knockout. Sometimes when you push for the knockout, you're going to end up getting knocked out, which is very annoying. And sometimes that minigame, the knockdown minigame could be easy for your opponent, but could be fucking impossible for you when you get it. So just try to take all these psychological battles. Try to learn from what you see in this video. If you didn't learn anything, just know the one thing that you can take from this video is light punches will keep your stamina at a good pace. If anything that you didn't hear, that's what you heard from me, okay? We got 30 seconds left in the fight. I'm just coasting it now, kind of trying to piss him off. If anything that he can do at this point is close out. But I'm spamming body punches now. I know his body's fucking hurting so bad. But I'm standing right there now. Fight's over. I just about won this thing pretty easily. Because we had the 50-50. Yeah, the 57-57 round. Then we got the knockdown. Which is just enough for us to win the fight. As you guys see, let me know what you guys think. What do you think about the stamina management? What do you think Undisputed can work on to fix some things in the game? Look, some of the scorecards are just different, but yeah. You guys let me know. I'll catch you on the next video.